Okay. Right, so what you've got at the centre of your reading is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is saying that you've come from a period of quite a turbulent period where you felt like you've been battling through something, whatever that may be. It could be a relationship, it could be things within your life that you're battling through, it could be things within your emotions that you're battling. But what this is saying is that you've been battling for a long time, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. You get towards the end. The 10 is the completion of that. So you've done your battling, and you are feeling like you're ready to move forward and stop sort of having to worry so much about things. It can also mean that you're being maybe a bit defensive, or you're holding on to something, that you've been a bit risk averse, that you sort of keeping, just keeping safe, keeping on an even keel. So, you maybe have come from a period of turbulence and tension, and now you just feel like you just want to keep the status quo. You don't want to change it, and you just want to have a bit of a rest. What you've got crossing you, which is what's challenging you or going to help you for the month, is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, with it being a general reading, can be a man or a woman. It can be a fire sign, an air sign, Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. So it could be somebody that you know of one of those signs. Could be you embodying the qualities of the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very analytical. She or he doesn't have a lot of emotion, thinks very logically, and goes through the pros and cons of everything. What thinks about it in a very logical and rational way. So if you have been struggling with something, and it could be that you're looking at it in a way that is not bringing any emotion in. And to be honest, judging by the rest of your spread, there is not one single cup card. So whatever you have been battling against, if there has been something that, a problem that you needed to sort out, a decision that you need to make, something that needs to happen that you're struggling with, then what this is saying is the way to deal with that is to take emotion out of the situation. If it is somebody else in your life, just look out for this person being around you, because they are going to be an important part of the month. So they either play out in what the rest of the cards are going to say. They're an integral part of that. It could be somebody that is going to help you through it. So just watch out for that person, or you being embodying those qualities. What you've got below you is the Empress. So that is your card. That's your major arcana. That's the card of Taurus. And it embodies all the feminine beauty. So everything that Taurus loves, sensuality, beauty. It's ruled by Venus. It's just really, it's about fertility, children, just a really sensual card. So judging by the rest of you, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but this could be somebody around you. So it could be another Taurus who is embodying these things. But I think judging by the rest of the cards, I think this is you. I think that, you just keeping your head about you. You're looking for the beauty in everything. You could potentially be trying to have kids, or you could be pregnant at the moment. So yeah, that's what's in your environment. What you've got in your past, recent past, is the Hierophant. Now, what that means is something to do with the establishment, any establishment. So be it the church, be it further education, be it something to do with the government, could be that you've got married recently. It could be just something to do with conformity, something where you have to conform. So some sort of body, charity, anything that where you have to fit into a norm. It might not be anything to do with an actual physical building. It could just be that you have been, this could be what you've been battling with. It could be that you've been having to conform to a set of stereotypes maybe, or something that you've been battling with, you wanting to change, you wanting to get into your inner beauty, your inner self, to be the person that you want to be, but you've had to sort of conform to certain guidelines or restrictions. But that's in the recent past. You know, like I say, it could be marriage, or could be some sort, you've had some counsel from somebody, you've been to a marriage counsellor, anything to do with that sort of, you know, a body of people, or an idea of conforming. What you've got above you is the Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Wands reversed is about something to do with your home, your stability, your environment is being rocked at the moment. So it could be, I've seen this come up when people are having work done in their home. I've seen it come up when they are, you know, when they want to have work done, but they can't get it done. You know, it could be that you've been having some bureaucracy, you've been battling with bureaucracy to get it sorted. Could be with this that it could definitely be that you're trying to have a baby and you're finding it difficult to conceive. If that is the case, then you just need to, you know, you may be sort of thinking, right, okay, do I need to look at my diet? Do I need, you know, you're looking at ways to move that forward. This can also be, it's just come into my head as well, can also be that you think you're not thinking before you speak. The Queen of Swords can be quite cutting and quite tactless. And with the Four of Wands, that can be sort of disharmony within your family or your home life. So just be careful, because the next card, well, in your environment, you've got the Five of Swords, which is again about conflict. This is also about, you know, battling through things. So it could be that you are, I mean, there's definitely some struggles going on in terms of where you see yourself, and you have a plan in place, you have a goal that you want to get to, but it's not really happening at the moment. You're struggling with it, and it's something to do with your home life, your family life, your stability. If you're single, and you're not going through any of these things within your home life, you know, this could be a person that is coming in. So watch out for this air sign if you are single. You know, you're definitely very attractive at the moment. You know, if you've got the Empress in your what's grounding you, then you're very earthy, you're very sensual. You can attract people to you. So, you know, if this person is there, you maybe been sort of, you know, you maybe just got out of a long-term relationship. You getting back out there, just, you know, go and get a new haircut, get some new clothes. That's the way forward. What you've got in your immediate future is the Two of Swords reversed. So what that means is that you are trying to make a decision and you are struggling to make that decision. You haven't got all of the information. If you can see in the background of this card, you've got the moon, and you've got a moon here, and you've got one here, and you have got one here. Oh, it's a sun, but it's, you know, planets. And you've got one here. So what this is saying to me massively is, whatever this problem is, by the full moon, because all of these moons are full, there's no quarter moons, crescent moons, by the full moon at the end of the month, whatever this situation is, will be illuminated. Whatever it is you are striving to achieve, you will achieve by that time. Whether it is making the decision, whether it is achieving the actual goal, whether it is, you know, whatever it may be, by the full moon, just watch out for by the full moon, because I really feel like that's when things are going to start to shift. What you've got in your environment is the Five of Swords. So there is definitely some conflict. With the Five of Swords, if you can see, he is holding his sword up. He's picked all these swords up off the floor, and all the people behind him are like, oh, I've got no swords. He's got all the swords. It's about being smug in the face of victory. It's about sort of, you know, if you're having conflict with people in your home, and you know, you may be, especially with the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands, if you are having conflict, just be aware of just, you know, sometimes people argue for the sake of arguing when there isn't really anything to argue about. They just want to win the argument. You know, they're not focused on achieving the goal or getting a solution to the problem. They're more bothered about being like, yay, I won the argument. So just be careful of that if you are in a relationship. What you've got in how other people see you is the Six of Swords reversed. So the Six of Swords reversed is about trying to move forward with something and not being able to achieve it. So this is why I say again, if it is something to do with you know, either getting pregnant or something in your home that you're trying to move forward, it's very unlikely that it's going to happen early on in the month. You know, you're trying to move forward, but you can't. You've got all these swords still in your boat. You need to turn this card around and start to move forward again. But unfortunately, at the moment, there's just blockages in place, and it, you know, for some reason, I just feel like it's something to do with some sort of institution or yeah. Okay, what you've got in your hopes and fears is the Page of Pentacles. So if you're trying to get pregnant, obviously the Page of Pentacles is a childlike, somebody childlike, so you're hoping for a child. Also, the Page of Pentacles can mean the start of a new project, a new work project, or something in the material realm. So, you know, this could also speak to you trying to get something work done in your house that you're finding it difficult to move forward with. I think the theme, if you're single, this could also mean that you're looking for, you know, you're hoping for somebody who, you know, to materialize, and this could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but because it's in your hopes and fears, it's just you're hoping for somebody to come along. But what you've got in your outcome card is the Ace of Wands reversed. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever it is that you're trying to get off the ground that you're finding difficult, in your immediate future, you've got as your outcome, you've got the Ace of Wands reversed. So what this is saying is that, are you actually putting enough into it? Do you have the proper motivation? Do you have the real drive and desire to make that decision? You know, you've maybe made your lists about, yes, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do the other. You've taken emotion out of it, whatever it may be. You've said, yeah, this is what we need to do to get from A to B. Here's the lists. This is what we want. We want this thing to materialize. But you just haven't got the drive. There's just something stopping you from doing it. And I don't know what it is. And I'm going to just, hang on. I just got this little tin of miniature Rider-Waite cards that are so cute. Little cute cards. So I'm just going to, oh, yeah, there you go. I'm just going to pull some clarifying cards on this Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of struggle with getting what you need to get to. Yeah, there it is again. Right, okay, so what you got here on this Ace of Wands was you got Temperance, you got the Seven of Wands, and the Empress again. Okay, so what this is saying to me is the Seven of Wands is about battling, it's about, you know, just conflict, about trying to sort of get all the, you know, to try and get, and because you've got the Empress in the middle, it's about you, it's about battling something within you, because this is your card and it's come up twice now. So there's something to do with, something in yourself where you've either not got fully got the motivation, or there's something that you just can't quite get past. And you've also got Temperance. So Temperance is about balance. It's about balancing something. So I think what you need, let's just have a look at why you can't make this decision. What it is. Okay, so you've got the Five of Swords again. You've got the Justice card. Oh, dropping everything today. And the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Swords, as we've talked about, is about you picking up all your swords. It's about conflict. It's about victory, needing victory at the expense of other people. So it doesn't matter. You're sort of riding roughshod over everybody at the moment. I think you're just like, you want something. You've got a goal in mind. You're sort of not listening to other people or taking into account other people's views, and you're struggling with the motivation. But the blockages are, justice is about, could be about legal issues. Again, you maybe might not be able to make a decision because there's legal things in place. This is also about balance. And you've got the Six of Cups, which can be about children again. So it could be that you're trying to have children, or that there's children involved. The decision might be, you might be struggling to make the decision about whether you should have kids or not, and you don't care about what the other person thinks in the relationship. You just want to do that, but because you have got some resistance, then even though you're really trying to get it, it's holding you back. Whatever this resistance is and wherever it's coming from, it is holding you back. Okay, let's just see, what can you do to, there you go, though. You've got the Sun. So that is, happiness, illumination, children. So, that as an overall outcome is brilliant. So just be aware that, in order to get what you want, sometimes, the solution, to get to the solution, you sometimes have to lose the argument. You don't always have to be battling. You don't always have to be, there's many different ways of sorting out the problem, whatever it may be. And yeah, okay. Well, I hope that helped anyway. Sort of